Yes, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, Zaccheus,
Yeah.
and the Fifth General. All right, let's get into it. Episode 15. Oh, Lord. They still coming at R. Kelly. And Michael Jackson now.
Yeah, can you believe it? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, let's just do it like this. Let's talk about Mike now, and then we'll get to R. Kelly last.
Okay.
So Mike is dead.
Yes.
So now that that's established and been established for so many years, Michael
Yes,
Jackson
since
is dead.
2009.
We done seen old interviews. We done seen things that we probably said, I think there's something wrong with a grown man to be having little kids over his house like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we remember years ago when the little boy said that Michael touched him, and then later on said that was fabricated.
Right.
And then there was a settlement in court and all of that.
Yes.
So they did this documentary on one of them movie channels. I don't know which one it is.
It was HBO.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, HBO channel, yeah.
Leaving Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it, but people were talking about it.
Yes.
See, sexual assault, sexual abuse, and pedophilia is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
And you really have to be accurate. You don't want to throw these accusations around without any proof.
Right.
And so they were talking about how when they did this documentary that Michael Jackson's streams went through the roof.
Yeah. Crazy.
Same thing happened with R. Kelly when the surviving R. Kelly series came out.
Yeah.
So I just want to figure out what they targeting. Zaccheus, what is your opinion on this Michael Jackson documentary? Whatever it is that you know about it. What's your opinion on it?
Well, I couldn't stomach it because I seen I was switching the channels, and I said, there goes a documentary doing on Michael Jackson on HBO, one of the HBO channels, and I said to myself, look, here is it that these two guys, all of a sudden after all these years, exploiting Michael, and they talking about stuff that he done with them in the bed, and they just finished saying. And he just finished saying that a while ago that nothing happened. It was Mike. Nothing really happened. Things that nothing happened. They said Michael didn't touch them, and all of a sudden now on HBO they're saying things that Michael touched them. Now, I strongly believe, in my opinion, I believe that Michael. I'm gonna say Michael didn't do it. I believe that there was the whole scheme was to try to get money. And my thing is this too. They Michael should have had people on his team, like his family. If he embraced his family, they would have had to say, "Do not take these kids in."
Yeah, too many yes men around him.
Yes, too many yes people around him, and they shouldn't take this in. Now, my thing with Michael personally, I believe this is coming from my opinion.
Yeah. I
believe Michael should embrace young black kids in Gary, Indiana. I think he should have went that route. None of this would have happened.
You mean from a community standpoint?
From a community standpoint,
as far as giving back to the community that he came from,
back to the community, yeah. Instead of taking these white boys in from Australia, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. I believed he should have embraced the poor black community and just where he's from, like take some young black kids where he's from and just show them that, listen, y'all could do this too. If y'all want to get into music, anything you do, not even just music, but anything you can do, you can do it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with taking them boys. I don't agree with taking any kids in the room. Be honest with you, I don't agree with taking any young children in the room or hanging out with them so tough like that. I believe that you should always have the parents around. That's my opinion, but I believe Michael should have embrace them, because these boys that are accusing them of this, these boys were Michael Jackson imitators. They was imitating Michael. They was idols. They were idolizing Michael Jackson. He should have kept. I mean, it's good to keep your fans, but keep them not so close. Don't keep them so close. If you're gonna, but I don't believe you should have kept them so close like that. That's my opinion. I think if LaToya or Janet or Joe, even his father, Joe would have said, "Listen, Michael, I think you should be careful with these kids, man. I don't think you should be embracing them like that." I think if he had his family around, they would have told him that. They would have said, "Listen, I don't think it's too safe. I know, you're a cool dude and you're innocent. I don't think it's safe to keep these kids around. I don't think it's cool to keep these kids around, because behind everything, sometimes these parents, sometimes they want to go after money, so they're looking for opportunity. Sometimes they don't like to see a young black man to make it. You listen, look at it. Michael bought the catalog for the Beatles. He did so many things during his time of living. He did a lot. Reach out to the black community as far as giving back. But I personally believe he shouldn't take them people in. Michael shouldn't suggest, because they said on the, I caught a glimpse of it. They said on the HBO interview, these boys said that Michael was the one that offered them to come up to their room, while the parents say, "Okay, it's okay. We can leave and you boys stay." That was a big no-no. To never have small children staying over your place like that, especially if the parents are not around. That's my opinion on the whole thing,
Michael was strange. I'm not going to call a man a pedophile, but I'm definitely going to call him strange, in the sense that he wasn't, well, there's a reason for him being weird.
Yeah.
It's the fact that his upbringing, and he really wasn't raised to be independent once he got on his own in the music industry, because he was so reliant on his father, or vice versa. The father was relying on them. What the father should have did, or somebody should have did, I know Quincy tried to at least prepare this man for the world in the music industry. He got caught up in the industry. There are things that are in the industry that are non-music that you need to be aware of.
Yes.
And speculation is Michael may have gotten molested by somebody in the industry when he was a kid. There's no proof of that, but there's speculation about that. He's not here. He can't even talk for himself. So we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So we have this documentary. This documentary is supposed to do what? Get us mad at Michael? Michael's dead.
Yes, I'm listening to his music. That's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. The only way you can get rid of that is to get rid of Michael's catalog, digital and stores. But if you own it, you own it. There's too much money to be made off of Michael for them to not play his music. And because there are so many people in Hollywood and just and politics and sports and all these other entertainment industries that are out there molesting kids, raping women, raping not only little boys and girls, but raping men and women. Nobody wants to talk about the men getting raped and sexually assaulted, because then you got to take them all down. And if you take them all down, that'll be some of your favorite people. They don't want that.
Yeah.
Although Kevin Spacey, because I ain't letting this man off the hook. Yeah. I'm going to let America tell me who my enemy is. America, I know who my enemy is, America. You're not going to tell me who my enemy is. I already know who my enemy is. So let me go ahead and talk about Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey is disgusting. He said, if I go down, I'm taking everybody with me.
Wow.
Please do. Because I want to know. We should know. This all goes back to what Corey Feldman said. He said that he was molested, and he said there's so many of these child actors and actresses and singers and all this other stuff, these child stars, they were touched. He said they was. He was touched. You got so much going on. Now, I'm not saying let Michael off the hook, but somebody needs to explain something to me. How was it that Woody Allen had this little 14-year-old girl around him all these years, and then when she becomes grown, he marries her? Huh?
Yeah.
Somebody talk to me about Elvis.
Yeah, or what's it called? Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah,
that's his name. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
Great Balls of Fire.
Mm-hmm. Where's surviving Elvis Presley? You know, where's surviving Harvey Weinstein?
Mm-hmm.
Lifetime. Where are you now? You know, Zaccheus, talk to me, man.
Yeah,
speak to me about this whole thing about Kevin Spacey, man. I mean, how was it that Kevin Spacey? Okay, somebody said, "Well, what you talking about Kevin Spacey for? He's going to trial." That's not enough for me.
Yeah, but
that's not enough. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm sorry. I just want to get this up real quick because I want to make sure people hear what I'm saying. The reason why I'm saying it's not enough for me is because I just want this to be clear. So, is it that the Me Too movement is coming at R. Kelly? Or is it that the Me Too movement is coming at everybody? So, if you're coming at everybody, then where's everybody's documentaries? I'll wait.
Hello.
And then for people who are protecting kids, which we all should. All adults should protect kids. Where's your Elvis Presley documentary? Where's your Jerry Lee Lewis documentary? Where's your Kevin Spacey documentary? Where
is it?
So, you know, I don't want to have to sound like I'm
the police.
Right, I don't want to have to sound like I'm repeating myself, but I just want to hold those accountable and just ask them questions. I'm just asking a question. Zaccheus, what do you think is going to happen after this Michael Jackson documentary? I mean, what does it put the family under a microscope? And I don't just mean the Jacksons. I mean Blanket, Prince Jr., and what's that girl name? What's Michael Jackson's daughter's name again?
Oh yeah, I forgot her name, but
what was her name?
Yeah, does it put them under the microphone because of?
Does it put them under the microscope because they have nothing to do with this? So what family? He's a Jackson, so the Jacksons are going to get attacked.
Yeah,
but then but Michael had kids of his own. You know that he claimed.
I was speaking.
Paris Jackson, that's her name. All right, go ahead.
Paris Jackson. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you run to people and they just. And people were talking about this documentary, and they were talking, and I heard folks and all different type of folks say that, but we can't stop listening to Michael's music. That'd be bananas. That'd be crazy. You say, nah, I don't think I'm gonna give up Michael's music. Now, this documentary, life still goes on. After this documentary, I don't know. I guess the goal was to. But this documentary, I guess the goal was to see how that Michael Jackson was put him on a pedophile pedestal. Say, oh, he's a pedophile. Oh, look what he did. Look what he did to these two boys. Now, there's no proof of that. There's no proof. It's what they say. It's what they say. But there's no living. They're saying that. But I don't know what their goal is. What's their goal? Is their goal? Because I know Oprah Winfrey interviewed them, and I know Oprah Winfrey was coming from a viewpoint of like we got to be leery and wary of pedophiles. She never said Michael was a pedophile that you get rid of. She never said that. She would never say that. I think she embraced Michael at the time he was living, and she took a liking to Michael. I don't think she's gonna say that, but I guess it puts a awareness of what's going on. All they did was just put an awareness of what's going on. It's been going on, but they put a more of awareness of it. I guess they came up with these allegations saying that Michael touched them and Michael did this to them, Michael did that to them, but you know the Me Too movement. But since this Me Too movement coming, it's putting all these brothers on trials, and then they exploiting them to what's the purpose? To cut down their work? Is to cut down the work and their music and what they're worth? But I don't see the same thing. I don't see the same thing happening to Weinstein and those other people. I don't see you putting documentaries and making and bringing up these allegations like you're doing to Michael and everything. I don't see that happening.
Well, shout outs to Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon's asked, where is the surviving Harvey Weinstein documentary? So he's asked the question. And many of our brothers and sisters
is asking the same question.
Asking the same question. My thing is, if you're gonna talk about one, you gotta, if the attitude is, if we're gonna talk about one, we gotta talk about all.
Yes.
Then let's apply those actions. I don't see those actions applied.
No.
It's just lip service. Remember Malcolm X once said that you got to be careful of the media, because the media will have you hating the very people who you will have you hating the people who you should love. Now I'm not saying we should love. Look, if R. Kelly's guilty, if Michael Jackson is dead, so he can't pay for it no more. But if Michael Jackson was guilty, then fine, he was guilty. If R. Kelly is guilty, then you got to do the time, right?
Right.
You know, but there's a lot of injustice going on. There's a lot of people doing stuff right now. There's a young man who went to an Ivy League school, and he sexually assaulted a woman, and he only gets 4 months of parole. What? Judge said, I don't want to send him to jail because I don't want to ruin his life. Yeah, but he just ruined a woman's life by sexually assaulting her, a trauma that she has to live with.
Yeah, what about her life?
What about her life?
Is her life worth anything? I mean, what about her life? You don't want to ruin his life. Would you say that if he was a different folk?
Yeah.
If he was different folk.
If his name was Daquan Jackson,
would you say the same? Would you say the same, that you don't want to ruin Daquan Jackson's life?
Right.
Would he say the same? That's a good question. Would he say the same?
Yeah. Daquan Jackson would have got the death penalty or 25 to life.
25 to life, yeah. Mm-hmm. Different strokes for different folks, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta recognize, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So was if you're gonna penalize and ridicule and run Michael Jackson's name through the mud by showing these documentaries, you gotta do the same for Weinstein too.
Exactly.
That's all we're trying to say. That's all we're trying to say. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Now, I mean, like I said, there's more to come forward about the Michael Jackson thing, but there won't be much, in my opinion, because Michael's dead. So you can't. There's what else? What else are you gonna do? You could talk about it. They could still do documentaries. They could do Finding Neverland. Leaving Neverland Part 2.
Yeah.
Or the White Glove stories. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever they want to call it. You know what I'm saying? They can keep doing those. Has anybody talked to Emmanuel Lewis? Emmanuel Lewis is close to Michael. I don't remember. Emmanuel Lewis didn't say Michael touched him.
Yeah, they were very close. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were close. Mm-hmm. How come Emmanuel Lewis had those allegations?
Yeah.
How come he never said? How come he never came out and said anything? And Manny Lewis at the time was young. He was a little boy.
Yep.
He was a little boy, and he was very close to Michael.
Yep.
Very close to Michael. Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again. You know, when people come up with these documentaries, they have a. I'm not saying that a lot of these people, they come out with these documentaries. They have ulterior motives. You know. You know, sometimes they're doing it for a publicity stunt, and sometimes they're doing it to gain money in their pocket too. I'm just gonna call it like it is, you know, because
well, that's exactly what that is.
You know what I'm saying? You gain a little fame. You got your little fame. Michael is gone now. He can't defend himself now, you know? So you gain your little fame, and now, because now you're out the loop now. You know, Michael embraced you and you betrayed him. So I'm sure Michael didn't do it. Michael, I don't think you're the only kids that Michael embraced. Michael embraced many kids. How come you two came up with these allegations against Michael?
But here's the thing. You got to talk to these parents because kids don't know any better. Michael, as an adult, should know better. The parents who are having relationships, friendships, or whatever with Michael need to be there. You know, you can't just let somebody. Just because they're a celebrity, you can't just let somebody at their houses. Do you know that there are families out there that won't even allow certain family members to be with certain cousins? So if you have that attitude with the cousins, you got to have that same attitude with a stranger, like a Michael Jackson, like another celebrity. I don't want to name a name because I don't want to put thoughts in people's heads, but it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the parents, there's some onus on the parents on this too. So we could talk about Michael, but what's up with these parents though? And then what about the parents who still, okay, let's just go through a timeline here. Michael still had kids over his place after the first accusation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, parents. You let that happen. Maybe because you believe he didn't do it. But you still sending your kids over there. They're acting like Michael Jackson was kidnapping kids. He didn't kidnap no kid.
You came in your own free will.
Y'all gave him to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sacrificing your kids like that. How dare you?
Yeah, they were imitating Michael.
Let me tell you something, man. There's a very special place for, and I'm gonna speak this strongly. There's a very special place in hell for parents who purposely send their kids off to alleged, because at the time he was alleged pedophiles. A special place in hell for y'all sacrificing your kids and putting your kids in harm's way by putting them around alleged pedophiles. Whether it be some of your boyfriends, ladies. You got some boyfriends who are touching kids and you know it.
Yes.
And you're letting it happen. For anybody who's seen that movie Precious, which was disgusting.
Yes. Yes.
Got Precious being raped.
Mm-hmm.
Got Precious being raped while the mother was watching.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So don't talk about Michael. If you out there doing stuff like that, don't even speak about Michael. Don't even utter the words Michael. Don't even say Michael. You might be talking about Michael Jordan. Don't even say Michael.
Right.
Anyway, Zaccheus.
Yeah, man. We got to be mindful of. You got to be mindful of where you put your kids everywhere. But you cannot allow. Some parents and I respect them for that. Like allowing the kids to sleep over. Sometimes you don't allow your kids to sleep over everywhere. And because he's a superstar, you say okay, because maybe the superstar himself is not staying with the kid. Somebody else is staying with the kid. Remember, they're busy people.
Yo, man. So, I grew up I grew up and I had sleepovers with my friend's house and all of that, but
Yeah.
nothing happened. We all trusted each other.
Right.
I feel like when I have kids, ain't gonna be no sleepovers.
I don't believe in it. No, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in sleepovers now. I don't trust sleepovers.
You know what I'm saying?
Anywhere, any aspect, I don't trust sleepovers.
Like I said, I had sleepovers because as kids, that's just what you did, right? That's kind of like normal stuff, right? Sleepovers.
Yeah,
but
I want to say,
but at this point, when I have kids, ain't gonna be no sleepovers, man. I'll have my kids with my mother, right?
Right.
But ain't gonna be. Look, if it's gonna be like if it's gonna be like this, right? Where either somebody said you did something, or God forbid something did happen, or something didn't happen, but you're accused of it.
Right.
I don't want to be accused of nothing, so I don't want no kids over my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or can you babysit my kids for me when I go out of town? I think not.
I'm good on that. I'll pay you. Nope, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. So
nope.
Let's get into R. Kelly. Any last words on Mike before we get into R. Kelly?
Yeah, man, I feel for Michael, man, and although God, I would say God rest Michael's soul, man, and God bless him, and God rest his soul, man. That he has to, although he's gone, the man can't rest in peace. It hurts, man. It really does, man. So, yeah, those are my last words for Mike.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Gayle King, very popular interview, went viral on CBS. Gayle King had an interview with R. Kelly. This is R. Kelly's first time talking since surviving R. Kelly. Since the documentary, since the new accusations based on Chicago and now Detroit. Okay? So R. Kelly went out of character. He did. Screaming, crying. We've never seen R. Kelly like this. And R. Kelly said the reason why he's acting like this is because he's been quiet. He's never said anything. And he was using this interview as an opportunity to finally talk to the people.
Right.
And I think it was a means for damage control, to basically put R. Kelly in a new light. Gayle King said, you look like you it sounds like you're playing the victim role. And he says, I am a victim. And then she said, why would these women make up this story about you? He goes, so everybody's supposed to like me? Nobody's supposed to make up something about me? I'm not above nobody making up something about me. He got a point.
Right. He does, yeah.
I know what that's like. I don't know what that's like, what he's involved in. When I say I know what it's like to be liked by many and be hated by many. Didn't do nothing to him. Didn't do nothing to anybody. But I know what it's like to be liked by some and hated by some. Somebody says something about you and never happened. You spend your time telling them that the story's not true, and then that fold of the people believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm like, forget you then. Because for the people that know me and that love me and know my character,
yeah,
they're the only ones that I care about as far as still accepting me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making a point. This could happen to anybody. He has a point. Just because somebody, like for instance, who's let's see. Let me name somebody. Let me name somebody very popular. I'll name Beyonce for the sake of this audience.
Okay.
One of these days, I'm not wishing this on Beyonce, but one of these days, somebody's going to say something that Beyonce did that's terrible, and Beyonce probably didn't do it. But it will happen. It will happen. This happens to at least almost everybody. Everybody. Remember, Usher was without a care in the world. And all of a sudden, some girl said that Usher gave her herpes. Okay.
Oh, I remember that one. I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So nobody is above somebody lying on you.
Right.
nobody is above being targeted.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that's the point that I'm making. So let's go more into the interview. Then I'm going to get to you real quick, Zaccheus. So he wanted the camera on him because he just wanted to show organically how he was acting. A lot of people were saying that R. Kelly was, some people were saying R. Kelly was faking and he was putting on a performance. Where was all of that when Jussie Smollett was talking about what happened to him? I didn't remember too many people from a media standpoint saying that he was lying yet. Now that happened later on, but what I'm saying in the first instance, nobody said that he was lying. Now Jussie Smollett's credibility is shot now. But now let's fast forward to R. Kelly. I feel like the same attitude that Gayle King had with interviewing him should have been the same attitude that Robin Roberts should have had when she was interviewing Jussie Smollett. You know, she was already on Jussie's side. Whereas Gayle King was already against R. Kelly in this interview. You could tell.
Yes.
Zaccheus, what's your opinion on this interview, man? What do you think this did for R. Kelly? Did it help or did it hurt his case?
I believe by her I think that her questioning kind of hurt his case, because you see the thing is that I think she mentioned a few things in the interview that I'm listening to the interview and I'm hearing what she's saying. She asked them about they say that you slept with all these girls under like 17, and he said it's not true. So she kept on reiterating that question over and over again, repeating the question. Did you do it? And R. Kelly response was no. And her response was like, no, but there's so much girls that came out and say, you think that they're lying? He's like, yes, they're lies. They're basic lies. Now, as time went on, he got emotional and he vented out and said that this is not me, y'all. I didn't do it. It's not me. When he said that, yeah, I'm like, and I'm listening to him, I'm responding to hearing what he's saying, and I'm saying to myself, I'm like, R. Kelly's trying to come from a genuine point. But, you know, there's always a but in that interview. There's always a but in it. So during this interview, I don't know if it was whether to believe or not, because after that interview, there was another interview with the girls. They had two girls, Savage, and they had another girl, 22 and 21. And they're on this. They're on R. Kelly's side.
Jocelyn Savage. Then I don't know the other woman's name, but
yeah, Jocelyn Savage, and there's another young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're in their early 20s, and they're saying that their parents gave them to R. Kelly. Now
stop right there.
Yeah,
let's repeat that. They said their parents gave them to R. Kelly.
Yes.
The question is the question is why.
Well, according to that interview, now these girls are saying that they wanted them that they got there, and when R. Kelly received them, now they wanted to sing in front of R. Kelly. Now the girls are saying that that's not true. We don't want a musical career. So R. Kelly's response is that. And during the matter of these girls' interview, he said that, well, I wanted to see if they could sing, but according to him, they couldn't sing. So therefore, he said, I just looked at their beauty. I was just looking at beauty, and they were hanging with me. That's about it. Now, Gayle, the interviewer, Gayle King, her response was that, well, why? Okay, if that's the case, why did he take you? If it's not for singing, then why did he hang with you anyway? Then why did he stay with you anyway? So one of the girls, Savage, she began to cry. One of the girls that's on the interview, and she was like, she said that her parents, it's her parents. They pushed her and they're manipulative. They kind of said that they wanted money. If R. Kelly didn't send them money, that they were gonna spread his name and damage his name throughout the whole industry and throughout the world because they're claiming that their parents wanted money, and if they didn't get this money, they were gonna get to R. Kelly, and they're gonna destroy R. Kelly. Now, as time went on, the mother of one of the young ladies, I think it was Savage's mother.
Mm-hmm.
She said the daughter, one of the daughters that's with R. Kelly, because these girls saying that they're with R. Kelly. No, I'm going back to this. No, Gayle said, "Okay, what do you mean that you're with them? Are you with them? I don't mean." And she said, "I don't mean. Do you mean like going to the movie? I don't mean going to the movies or going to hang out. Are you with them? With them?" And she would, and they looked at her and said, "No, listen, I know where you." One of the girls said, "I know where you're getting that." And she said. So Gayle was like, "No, what I meant to say was sexually. Are you sexually with him together?" They, and one of the girls said, "What we discuss, we don't want to discuss ours. Would you discuss your personal sex life?
Yeah, would you kiss
to everybody?" Hey,
yeah.
would you?
Gayle King know better than to kiss and tell because allegedly she had sex with 50 Cent.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
So Gayle don't want to go there. But anyway, continue. Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly. Mm-hmm. So these girls, they were like, and one of the girls got emotional, and she was like, "It's my peers, they're the ones that pushed me to R. Kelly. I didn't want. Listen, I just want to see him. I just want to hang. I didn't want to sing. I don't want to have a singing career because Gayle King was saying that maybe your parents are talking to the totally different outbursts. They were saying a total different to what they're saying, telling me." They was telling you're telling me that you're telling me that you don't want to be with R. Kelly for singing. Then why are you with R. Kelly? R. Kelly is 52 years old. You girls are in your early 20s, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not talking about. We're talking about now, here and now. We're with R. Kelly. These girls are claiming that they're with R. Kelly. Now, according to Savage's mother, to the parents now. The parents are claiming and saying that R. Kelly don't allow the girls to call. He doesn't allow the girls to have no contact with their parents. And R. Kelly's team is not allowing no connection, no phone calls between them. So they haven't spoke to their daughters in like the interviews, and according to what they're saying, in 2 years. They haven't spoken to their daughter in 2 years because of R. Kelly. Now, to me, that spells out cult. I don't know if it's true. I don't even know if it's true or not. But this is what the parents are saying. Now, one of the attorneys is saying, one of the girl's parents' attorney is saying that, listen, that there's no greater love than a parent's love for their kids. Now, why is it that we tried to reach out to R. Kelly? He hasn't gotten back to us yet. He hasn't. We try to reach out to him, and we don't. He doesn't respond to our calls. Why is it that we're not hearing from our daughters? Now it's like going back and forth. But I'm a parent too, so I might jump on the parent side. That why are these? Why? The question is, why are these girls not speaking to their parents? And why they're not reaching out to their parents? Or why they're not reaching out to their loved ones and their parents? My thing is too, parents, why did you allow your daughters at the time when they were young? They were younger than 21 at the time when R. Kelly met them. Why did you allow your daughters to engage? I know you want to probably bust a career with them or see where you can take it, but aim and fortune. But why do you allow the girls to stay over there? It's one thing to visit them and you see them stay with your parents, but it's another thing to allow the kids to stay in the premises. You don't know what goes on in those premises in Hollywood, so why do you allow your kids to stay in the premises? That's my response to that. You know.
Well, okay, let's go to a particular question. Gayle King said they got into a question about age, right? And said, R. Kelly said there are older women who like younger men, and there are older men who like younger women. And then she goes, "Or you an older man who likes younger women?" And he says, "I'm an older man that loves all women."
Wow. He should have never. He should. Oh man.
What the heck?
He should have. Listen. Never said that.
Oh my God,
say,
that's a terrible soundbite.
Yes,
because that could be used against him in court. They'd be like, "Well, what did he mean by that?"
Yeah,
you know, what did that man mean by that? To the point where somebody did a remix of that, man.
There was a remix done to it, right? Oh
yeah,
boy.
I'm gonna play it right now.
Look at that.
Older men that like younger women. Is that there are younger women that like older men.
Are you an older man that likes younger women?
I'm an older man that love all women. 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 I'm an older man that love 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 all women. All women. All women.
Internet wins again.
All women. All women. All women. All women. I'm an older man that love all women. I'm an older man that love all women. I'm an older man.
Come on, man. Come on. Man. Come on, man. Oh, Kelly, come on, man. You gotta watch your answers, man. You gotta understand. You gotta, you don't. That's not how you respond. Because somebody's gonna say, "Well, what does he mean by that?"
Yeah, like all women.
You should have you should have just said of age, but you said she asked you point blank period because you said there are people out there with these preferences. She asked you, "Are you an older man that loves older women?" And then your response is, "I'm an older man that loves all women." Like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead and get into what I really wanted to get into after laying this down. Audience, I'm sorry, I'm a little long-winded, but this is how I'm going to take it. There are pictures, because people want to talk about Oprah with this Michael Jackson, Oprah's name being linked to the Michael Jackson documentary, and then now Gayle King linked to this R. Kelly interview. There are pictures that have been going viral of Whitney. Not Whitney. Sorry. I don't know why she just popped up in my mind. Of Gayle King taking pictures, kissing Harvey. Oh, wait, I might have it wrong. I think Oprah's the one that has a picture with Harvey Weinstein with her kissing him on the cheek. Okay. And then Gayle King got a picture with Harvey Weinstein. So I just want to ask this question, CBS. How come you didn't have Gayle King interview Harvey Weinstein? I'm sure people want to see that, to the point where Ashley Judd Ashley Judd has been basically silenced. After what she had to say against Harvey Weinstein, basically silenced. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I got this right. Hold on. Is it Ashley? I don't want to get her confused with what's her name? Because she had a situation with. Yup. Why? Okay. Ashley is suing Harvey Weinstein.
Oh.
And then also, okay, so I got the woman right. I just want to make sure. And Ashley Judd is a very popular actress. Y'all know who she is. Freaking Judd family. She's the actress, and I think her sister's a singer. You know, country singer. I think her sister is.
Yeah.
And then you got, who's the other one? Rose McGowan. If I'm not mistaken, she had a situation with Harvey Weinstein. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see something. Could have swore. I gotta get this right. Yup. Another one. I just want to make sure I got it right. Yeah, man. She, allegedly Harvey Weinstein sexually assaulted Rose McGowan. There's a video of Harvey Weinstein with some model, actress, whatever. She got a French accent, and he said he wanted to come in the room, and then she's like, "Yo, you touch my breast." You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, nobody ever did that before. Like, it was almost like he's trying to say you should be used to this by now. But that right there is Harvey Weinstein is basically the voice of Hollywood, meaning that's the attitude of Hollywood. Oh, you ain't never been touched before? You should be used to that. Just like that guy who grabbed Terry Crews by the penis in front of his wife at an executive party.
Jeez.
Michael Jai White said, I would have had to kill that man. You got that right.
Hell yeah.
Dang a movie role. That I would have been in handcuffs. If a man grabbed my Johnson, we going to war. You can't just grab my Johnson and we ain't going to war.
Oh, man, yeah. In front of his wife. Wow.
So the point I'm making is that I just want to see a documentary on the guy who grabbed Terry Crews' joint. Where's the documentary on Harvey Weinstein? Ashley Judd and Rose McGowan, they want justice. Who else? I think who the other actress from Scream? If I'm not mistaken, hold on, let me look up real quick before I say her name. Because I think she has something to say too.
It's crazy, man.
Let me see something, man. Because I think something happened to her. Let me not say she ain't knew about her. Okay, so Nev Campbell says she knew about Harvey Weinstein claims. But did Harvey touch her, though? I don't know about all of that. Okay, but it's saying that she knew.
She knew, okay.
Okay, it says Harvey Weinstein. Rose McGowan is saying that Harvey Weinstein raped her. This is back in 2017, this article, man.
That was 2017, but yeah. Yeah, man, so
anyway.
we gotta be careful, man. Yeah.
You gotta be, man. I want to talk to y'all women and men out there, man. Don't be letting these people sexually harass y'all, man, for real.
Yeah, man. Ain't getting away with it. Yeah, you see.
Don't let these men and women, do not let these men and women sexually assault y'all, man. Just to get ahead in Hollywood. Do not allow that. And if it does happen, say something. And to the kids out there, parents, get these, real talk, get these kids out of Hollywood, man. Get these kids out of Hollywood. Don't let these kids leave your sight. You need to be everywhere with these kids. On the set, in the dressing room, you need to be everywhere with these kids. I'm not saying kids shouldn't have a career. That's part of America. That's part of the world, really. But you need to be there. You need to be there. If the mother and the father can't be there all the time, the grandmother, the brother, the sister, somebody.
Yes.
You need to be there, man.
Yeah, Hollywood is a beast, man. They need to be there. Yeah.
Jesus, man. What happened to the kid from Life Cereal? Mikey likes it. I hope he okay. I hope nothing happened to Macaulay Culkin during Home Alone. when Elijah Wood was a kid. Journey Smollett. Hello? Mm-hmm. Is anybody concerned? And if you are concerned as you truly are, then stop letting these sexual predators in the Catholic Church get away with touching kids.
Hello. That's right. Yeah.
If you continue to touch kids in that freaking...
Man, there's a place of hell for them people, man. I'm telling you, man.
Fire and fury upon those who molest kids.
Kids. Because what you do is you take away their innocence. That's what you do. You're damaging their innocence. That's what you're doing.
And then you just let it continue.
Yeah, that's this day and age more than ever. Before too, but because before too was a more hush.
If you're an adult,
but now
if you're an adult and you're out there, now you have certain situations where this is going to be very. I'm gonna speak about it on this episode, and I want to know more. But you have situations where kids are doing stuff to each other, but they're both kids.
No.
Okay, that shouldn't be. Now that shouldn't be happening, but it's a little different. Then.
You see, let me tell you something, and I'm gonna tell.
But you gotta talk. But you gotta talk to your kids.
You gotta talk to your kids. But also, a kid is not gonna do if a kid is exposed to that.
Yeah.
If a kid is exposed to,
he's gonna act it out.
Touch.
He or she gonna act it out.
He's gonna act it out. If a kid is not exposed to being touched, they're not gonna act it out because they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They don't know what it is, so they're not gonna be exploring that because they don't know what it is.
Hey, I understand you have teenage sexual relationships going on amongst within the teenage community. I understand that happens. I mean, let me be quiet on that one. But what I'm saying is, like you said, when they're exposed to certain stuff, that's what happens. If you're an adult, it's even worse. That's why I'm talking about the adults. For the adults that are sexually assaulting kids, fire and fury upon you.
Yeah, can bun you out, boy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then if you sitting back and then you just letting it, that's another thing, man. That's another thing. They've been talking about a lot of people knowing what happened, even some being in the same room or being in the next room.
Yeah.
And then you just cool with that?
Yes.
Hey, I think the reason why this is about as bold as I'm going to get on this podcast. Well, then again, it's just, shoot, I can't say it. I'm bold anyway.
Yeah.
I think another reason why we're not seeing a lot of the sexual predators outed the way they are, because I think a lot of them are gay. And they don't want to upset the gay community. Because when you start finding out, number one, if you're a man touching a little boy, you're gay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think they want the gay community to be in an uproar about your famous people who came out there and it turns out they were gay, because you have this is disgusting, but you have sexual predators coming out and using the same excuse that they was born that way, that they was born to be attracted to little boys and little girls. So they're using that just like the gay community did when they said they was born gay. So the sexual predator the sexual predators out there, the child molesters and the rapists, are saying that they were born to do these things. So you should just accept their condition, just like you accepted the gays. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I want to speak to the gay community. I don't normally do this. This would be a first. I want to speak to the gay community. The gay community, you guys need to hold your own accountable. Don't let sexual predators hide amongst your community. because you will go down with them. In the gay community, I've seen people in the gay community blast child molesters, and I've seen that on TV. I have. But please hold them accountable. Do not let these sexual predators hide in your community.
Saying that they were born that way. That's a lie. They're not born that. Then that's nasty.
But what's happening is that you got a lot of these ones who are gay, and then when you dig into their background and they tell you what their first sexual experience is, and then they go back to when they were molested. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Donnie McClurkin once said that he was sexually assaulted by a family member when he was a kid, and that started him being attracted to other men.
Yeah.
The gay community wants to stay away from that conversation because then when you start asking when a lot of some of our famous people in the gay community, Elton John, Ellen, I guess now Jussie Smollett, since he put himself out there like that.
Yeah.
If we dig into their background, will molestation be in their background? Not that they did it, but it was done to them. Could it be possible that they were molested and now they're gay?
In some cases, not. I'm not talking about them personally, but in some cases, yes. Sometimes, so in some cases, that usually do trigger off on different, sexual orientation, a decision making, or something triggers off in your head and your mind. Say, listen, I'm gay because something in your mind that triggers off the same because you went through the experience of too young. When you gain that experience too young. Yeah. So now, as a child, as a kid, going through that experience now you made the decision to become that. In some cases, yes, that some of the people in the gay community had that experience, and this is why they make the decisions that they make, that they are the way they are now. But I think yes, in some cases, yes, in some cases, yes, some cases, no. But yeah, but
the gay community, I think, wants to stay away from that because you have to understand that it hurts the gay community's argument that they were born gay if so many of them have been molested first. And then who molested them, it puts them on trial. And they now have to out them and report them.
Yeah.
And send them to jail. Just a thought.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to wrap up this show, but Zaccheus, I'm going to let you have the last word.
Yeah. Parents, watch what your kid watch. And I'm talking about on their tablets, monitor their tablets. If they're older, if they're younger teenagers, watch who they're connected with on Facebook. Be mindful of their in and outs. Be mindful of where they go. Be mindful of their interactions. You're not gonna always be with them 24/7. I'm not saying to be with them. You have to be with them 24/7. All I'm saying is just be mindful of who and what they're exposed to. Because sometimes kids will hide things from you. But the only way they will hide things from you if you have a certain wall you put up, meaning that you are addicted to your phone, or you're addicted to, or you are so busy that you can't even reach out to your kid. You're so busy with other things that you're occupied with that you can't even sit down and ask your kid or your son or your child or your daughter, how what's going on during the day, or what's happening, or what's going on, how was school. You have to talk to your kids. Because especially when they hit, like, I'm talking about from single digit age, like 3rd grade, 2nd grade, and up. Even when they come to high school too, because it starts from young. You develop a relationship from when you're young from when they're young. So later on, they can open up to you and they feel that they can talk to you. But a lot of times, a lot of parents get busy and we get occupied with other things, and sometimes we don't sit down and talk to our kids. Just go to bed, take a bath, go to bed, and eat, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's more than that. So look at what your kids are. Pay attention to what your kids are listening to and what they're exposed to. Be mindful, because you know usually what the kids say, and the same way. But I mean, you can't blame the parents, but sometimes the kids will say something like this: "Well, my mom allowed me to do that, and she didn't say nothing about it before. Why is she saying something about it now? Why? No, now you want to pay attention? Now that I can't call you and I can't reach out to you now, in his presence. Now you're trying to reach out to me now because you just want to look good. It's got to be more than that. So be mindful of what your kids are exposed to. Be mindful. If you love them, you're gonna be mindful of what they exposed to. Now, when they're older, they're gonna make their own decisions now, but you can mold them from young. Okay.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Adults and kids should not have secrets. That shouldn't be happening. That's another problem. This is why a lot of stuff gets unnoticed. This is why you got to watch out. You got to watch these relationships. You got to watch who you have your kids around. You got to talk to your kids. You got to tell your kids that there's an open forum for them to be honest with you. A lot of kids don't even know if they can even talk to their parents. That is a problem. Keep the lines of communication open. Teach your kids, please. Talk to my women out there. Ladies, I'm not a woman. I can't relate to this, but ladies, don't let somebody sexually assault you just to get something in life. You want something so bad, so you're going to just let them do something. Don't let that happen. Men, you don't let that happen either, because that's happening, and nobody wants to talk about that, but there are men who are being sexually assaulted and raped. Raped by other men just for a career, just for a promotion. No, do not allow that. I'm gonna get up out of here. Zaccheus, where can they reach you?
You can reach me at Wayne Zaccheus Bacchus on Facebook. You can also reach me on Instagram, Zaccheus B73 on Instagram. Also, you can reach me on Twitter, Wayne Bacchus 2 on Twitter.
Yeah.
At Wayne Bacchus 2 on Twitter.
All right.
Yeah, bless it, yo.
You can get at me at the Fifth General. That is at the Fifth General on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All right, so we're gonna get up out of here. This is the Fifth General and Zaccheus signing off.
Peace.
Saying see y'all next time. Peace. Another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth. Oh, actually, wait. Let me not go too soon. This is episode 15, which means the round circle. We have reached the mid-season of Mrs. Z and Fifth. We're going to go on a short hiatus, but we have to do our other podcast at the round circle with Cinemascapes.
That's right.
That will be coming in. That will be coming soon, late March or early April. Okay.
That's right.
So this is our mid-season finale. So until then, we'll see you on the round circle. Mrs. Ian Fifth will return. Subscribe to both of our podcasts. All right. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
See you next time. Peace, y'all.